Welcome to 2022, where gas prices are closing in on $6 a gallon. Interest rates are rising, inflation is at a 40-year high. If recession is inevitable, here are 4 easy steps you can take to prepare for one. Hey, my name is Isaac. I'm a nurse and personal finance YouTuber, and my goal is to get each one of you in the best financial shape. I post weekly YouTube videos on topics from personal finance to side hustles to supplementing your nursing income, and I post daily short-form videos that will increase your financial knowledge in a minute or less. If becoming financially healthy is at the top of your list, go ahead and leave me a like. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you won't miss any of this content. Without further ado, let's prep you for a recession. Before we delve into the steps, let us first go through what a recession is and what impact it can have on your everyday life. The word recession can drive up your anxiety a notch or two, but it may not be as scary as it seems. The definition of a recession is negative economic growth for 2 consecutive quarters, which is 6 months. Record inflation rates and economic disruptions caused by the pandemic and global conflict have impacted the financial stability and confidence of many households. Economic turmoil comes and goes, but when growth declines into the negatives and unemployment rates rise, the economy can fall into recession. Since World War II, recessions have lasted an average of around 11 months. By the time a recession is officially announced, we've already been in it for 6 months, so it's usually just about weathering the storm for another 5 to 6 months. A recession is undoubtedly a difficult time, but you can survive it by anticipating challenges early and preparing for the future. With that in mind, here are 4 essential steps to help you survive these uncertain times and protect your investments from heavy loss. Number 1 is you're going to identify financial priorities with a financial plan. Knowing what your income and expenses are and having a clear plan for the money you're making can help alleviate financial stress. Budgeting can help you adjust your spending habits and prioritize your goals. Review your personal finances first to identify your needs and financial priorities. This provides a foundation to start formulating your budget. Start by determining how much income you bring home each month after taxes. Next, you'll need to calculate your expenses. You'll first start with your needs, and these include necessities such as rent, utilities, groceries, student loans, car payments, gym memberships, and the like. Next, you'll want to calculate your expenses that are not essential to live, but that you want to include. Some expenses in this category include your Netflix subscription, vacations, and fun money that you get to spend however you want. If you have money left over that, you should be looking to invest this. If you're saving for a home, figure out how much of a down payment you'll need, give yourself a certain amount of time to achieve this goal, and budget out how much you can set aside each month. Look to diversify your investments into things like stocks, precious metals, and crypto. Part of my investing category includes budgeting for a 6-month cushion. Because I'm all about financial transparency on this channel, my 6-month cushion is $60,000. This is money that I will never touch unless there is an emergency. I can live comfortably on $10,000 per month, but I can most definitely afford to support my spouse and I on $5,000 per month, which will give us essentially a 1-year cushion. I can't stress enough how important this cash reserve is, especially in economic downturns like we're witnessing right now. Look, jobs aren't guaranteed, and if you're going to go paycheck to paycheck, this is an important backup to have. I'd say that if you don't have this cash reserve yet, make this a priority, and if you have any extra money left over at the end of the month, funnel it into this reserve. I know I'm going pretty in depth here, but with that cash reserve, feel free to diversify. Consider holding a portion of this in your home in the form of cash or precious metals while keeping a portion in a high-yield savings account. Next, you're going to want to diversify your income sources and investments. You can add a level of stability to your finances by diversifying where you earn your income. A diverse portfolio is always recommended to protect your investments from economic downturns and losses. A mix of secured bonds, stock investments, and hard assets helps you achieve long-term growth based on your risk tolerance and financial goals. Each investment type offers different returns and risk. Generally, you're offered higher returns with higher risk, while low-risk investments tend to pay out less. Diversification uses low-risk assets to secure your portfolio while maximizing returns with a high-risk, high-reward investment. But once you do make an investment, plan for the long term. Generally, your investments are most profitable left untouched. This is especially true during recessions when panic selling your stocks can result in a loss, while staying invested gives the market time to rebound. As you enter a recession, stay calm and consult an expert. Before you start moving your investments around, talk to your financial advisor. Different investments, stocks, bonds, mutual funds can behave differently in a recession. A professional advisor will most definitely be able to guide you through the best steps to take for your particular situation. Ever heard of recession recession-proofing your career? Well, when it comes to recession-proofing your career, it's better to be proactive, not reactive. Build your career and reputation is another way to build job security that can protect you from lost income during a recession. Whether you love your career field or are interested in a change, there are plenty of ways you can invest in your success to limit the negative effects of economic downturns. One of the best things that we can do is take control of what is within our control. We believe in planting seeds today so that when you need something, you're not starting from scratch. Well, what does this mean? Let me explain. But begin preparing your resume, LinkedIn profile, and growing your professional network now. Always work on developing your professional skills and experience because good people get hired. Even in a recession, certain industries or companies can thrive. To identify what companies are growing, look for those that are hiring job recruiters. The companies that are hiring recruiters are not hiring recruiters because they're laying off people, they're looking for more talent. The truth of the matter is that we always have opportunities even in the worst of times. Approach your career with the goal of constantly evolving and growing. Our rule of thumb is to aim for jobs where you meet 70% of the job description. That other 30% gives you a chance to learn new skills and to grow. When you meet all of the job requirements, it could be seen as a red flag. You could be viewed as overqualified, and the translation to a hiring manager is that this person's going to get bored. This person won't feel challenged. There are other ways to maximize your potential and secure your career too. You can go back to school to advance your current career prospects, study to enter a recession-proof field like healthcare, build your personal brand and expertise, learn more about the economy and personal finance to make confident money decisions, and most importantly, expand your skills and income streams through freelance work. Building a side hustle, freelancing, or working a part-time job could all add extra security to your budget. Entrepreneurship is the new job security for our generation. Your last step in preparation for a recession should be to focus on reducing debt. Your debt total breaks down into monthly payments covering part of your principal and interest. Debt may make something more affordable through bite-sized payments, but you're ultimately paying over the suggested retail price in the form of interest. When times are great, taking on a debt for a new car or furniture set is fine, but these monthly payments add up, and in times of economic stress, you'll want as few essential expenses as possible. Reducing your debt can save you hundreds of dollars a month. A lower debt-to-income ratio also expands your credit opportunities in case of an emergency. Relying on credit to get by is never ideal, but it's a great backup you'll want available if you lose your job or need to make a large purchase you can't otherwise afford. You should be concerned about clearing up unpaid debts like credit card balances, utility payments, or student loans in the upcoming months. It's critical to know which bills you must pay because you may have to skip paying one or more of them if your income is lost. After all, if you lose your job, you might not be able to pay all of your bills each month on time or in full. Your credit ratings will be directly impacted by this. While we often advise doing all in your power to maintain your credit scores, sometimes that may not be possible. So that you may pay off as many debts as possible with the money you have available, you should prioritize how you pay your expenses. Never forget to contact your creditors as soon as you start to fall behind and request hardship concessions. This can entail deferral of payments or making interest-only payments on your loan. For a personal loan, you can also inquire at your neighborhood bank or credit union. In times of need, your employers might also provide a short-term loan program in addition to internet lenders. You can also request a reduction in interest rates from your credit card company or any other lender if you're making on-time payments. Many large utility companies actually provide programs that can let you postpone your payments of your bills or other hardship relief. You'll never know what agreement you and your creditor can reach if you don't ask. In the end, we all know that the worst case scenario of planning for economic crisis is having emergency finances that you never use. A much better scenario than never preparing for the next recession. Economic fluctuations are a natural part of our economy, and it's important to know how to prepare for a recession. Downturns often cause increased unemployment rates and stocks to fall, so protecting your investments and career should be a top priority. So that is all the time we have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell on your way out as well. See you next time. Peace.